saw a video pop up on my feed, and it was of a gentleman that basically said you only have 12 good years after you're 60 years old. I guess so. I only got like 7 good years, and I'm still working. So, you know, that I didn't even click on it. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want that negative energy on me. You know, I always wonder the type of people that are going to click on that. So, yeah, I like positive stuff. I want to talk about positivity, good energy. So, you know, when you're told something like that, that's what you're going to embrace it. That's what you're going to live that. So, you know, I'm 66 years old. Only got 6 more years. You know, good life. You know, this is what you think. You have to do everything every day to try to live a good life. I mean, even when you're young. So I'm going to talk about today. Surrounding yourself with positivity and getting rid of the negativity. And this gentleman definitely was bringing some negativity to me this morning. I was like, wow, you know, it's like, but you know, I'm not taking it in. I'm going to embrace positivity and listen to all the positive videos. You know, it's just, there's a lot of things you can do, nutrition-wise, fitness-wise, stress-wise, all those things. I'm going to be kind of back and forth this morning about this subject. I'm just, you know, whatever pops in my head on my little commute to work. But, you know, one of the things that, I guess it started my journey when I had cancer 30 years ago. And when it came back, the doctor was going to tell me, you know, how much time I have. I said, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear how much time I have. You know, because if he tells me, oh, yeah, I got 6 months or whatever, you know, because that's what he was going to tell me. And I didn't want to hear it because that's what I would think about. I'd think, oh, you know, I got 6 months. And what's going to happen is I'm going to die in 6 months. So I didn't want to hear it. So I had my focus on I was going to live because I had little kids and I wanted my kids to have a father. And 30 years later, here I am. So that's the kind of thing that you got to try to wash out of your mind, just that negativity. You know, we all live in the matrix here, and there's a lot of negative stuff going on in the world right now. Gas prices, interest rates on homes, groceries, just, I mean, a barrage. I choose to stay out of it. You know, I do address some of these things, but it's because I want to talk to you and, you know, tell me what you think. Give me your comments on how you deal with this negativity that comes into it's always bombarding us. So I can just say Satan is always swooping on us, you know, just trying to get a little chunk of meat off your butt. So, yeah, it's not going to allow it. So I listen to, you know, just talk about the nutrition side of things. You just got to get away from the carbs and the seed oils, and you got to watch guys like this. They turn right in front of you. They don't see you. Seed oils and fake foods and processed foods, and, you know, stick with, you know, good, clean, one ingredient foods, you know. So you do a lot of, obviously, a lot of good quality meat and kimchi and eggs. Like today I have eggs. I got, for the morning, I got almonds. I got a little bit of papaya. I guess I go to the right here on this one here. And got like a beef stick and got like a burrito bowl with a little bit of lettuce. And that's what I'm going to have today. I'm not going to eat any crap. You know, and then start the morning with, you know, brushing my teeth, balancing on one leg, drop over, balance on another leg, keep my balance. And as I get older, you know, you start losing your balance. So do that, and then I put lotion on. I put lotion on my arms, and I squat down all the way down. My butt, hopefully, can't touch the floor, but almost. And just sit there for a couple minutes and put the lotion on my arms and get up. And this morning I was running a little late, and I figured, I'm still going to do this video today because I want to. I want to get it out there because it's fresh in my mind. Anytime I have something that's on my heart, I want to put it out there because I don't want to forget about it. I want to have the passion in my voice when I'm talking, because I do right now. I'm very passionate about taking care of yourself and quit blaming everybody else for your problems, because when you're fed that kind of stuff, it just eats on you. What you think about, you bring about. So you just want to think positive. Like, yeah, I'm out here in the fresh air. It's beautiful morning. Nice commute to work. Get to feel the breeze and the smells, and it's good. It's all good. I'm fortunate I got a job to go to. A lot of cool guys I work with, so I'm fortunate. But if I didn't like it, I'd leave. Don't stay in the environment that you don't like. So, yeah, that side of things is a big plus. Nutrition and stretching. When I get home tonight, I'll work out 3 days a week, do resistance training, but secondly, at work, I always drink 60 to 80 ounces of water and take plenty of salt so I can retain the water. Drink electrolytes. Of course, this morning I took my vitamins to give me my magnesium, and got a mineral mix I get from a company called Eidon, E-I-D-O-N. I'm not promoting them or anything because I don't have any affiliates or any monetary connection to them, but it's just good quality stuff, and multivitamin, a biome for my gut health, and vitamin B, and a couple drops of iodine. That's what I had this morning. And go to work and eat my eggs and drink my water all day and try to stay positive, keep good energy flowing. Then I go for a walk in the morning on my break. Sometimes I'll do recordings. As you can see, you'll see some of my recordings. And lunchtime I have my normal lunch, and then I have my break in the afternoon and go for another walk. And another thing too is fasting is, getting a 14 to 16 hour window. I stopped eating like last night about 6 o'clock. So right now at 6 o'clock, I'm 12 hours. It's about 7 right now. I'm 13 hours. So I probably won't eat for another hour or so. Gives me some fasting time. So that's another thing you can do, which is really great for you. There's all kinds of stuff on fasting. And you can look up Dr. Berg, Dr. Boz, Ken Berry. These guys all talk about nutrition. And you know what you got to do? You got to do your own homework. Figure it out. Start seeing consistent messages and applying this stuff. And yeah, it works. My wife lost almost 50 pounds and I lost 20. And they didn't have a lot to lose, but I wasn't eating that great. I saw it till just a few months ago into last year that, exercise was going to be all I need to do, but it's not. Diet's huge. And I've always heard that, but it's never got into my thick skull. Finally woke up and man, I feel great. But just every day fill yourself with positivity. Hang around positive people with ideas. The negativity will take over, and sure, yeah, like that guy, it's like a 12 years, 12 good years left. Those people live into their 90s are still working out and running and walking and exercising and hiking and still full of life, still sharp as a tack. So you make the decision where you want to be. I saw Dr. Reese is another gentleman that I listen to, and he says you better start taking care of yourself because you're going to, let's say, the last 10 years of your life, you're going to be paying hell. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a burden on my kids. The only thing I'm going to leave my kids is this legacy of these stories that I'm sharing. Is the reason why I started the channel. I don't want to fill their heads with any negativity. I want to see that I was positive. Teach us some life lessons. How to keep Satan away from you. There's my wife calling. Hey, it's on Bender Road. No lambs over here. Yeah, well, I'm on the scooter today, so I can go a little faster. Yeah. No, they haven't been here for a while. Could be. Some guys over here, looks like they're harvesting. Yeah, obviously harvesting is going on right now. I got to be really careful on the road because of the slow traffic. Well, there's slow traffic coming from one way and the people don't have any. Oh, look at that. Hey, way to go there. Cut the corner here on Peltier and Bender. Just, if I'd have been sitting there, she'd have ran right over me. I just got to watch out for that kind of stuff. So, anyway. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll call you when I get there. Okay, see ya. Bye. And I was just telling my wife, she goes, "Oh, you got far." And I said, "Well, I'm not riding the other bike today. I'm riding her scooter, and this thing, this thing's a lot faster. It'll go like 70 top speed." And my other one, I don't push it past 45 generally. Yeah, this one's a lot of wind noise. It's just this is a big different experience. And of course we have our other bike that we ride two up on. So that's a whole nother experience. So one of these days I'll have to film from that motorcycle. So yeah, as I shared, I just keep beating the drum all the way to work. Satan's always swooping on you, trying to bring negativity to your life, bringing people into your life that are negative or maybe positive, and then they just slowly suck the blood right out of you. He's just like a sponge, just suck the juice right out of you. You gotta let that happen. Obviously I'm human, so it does happen on occasion, but I just got to keep reminding myself. That's why you got to keep immersing yourself in positivity, and you just got to keep being positive. It's like the law of attraction. You just, you got to put that solid, good energy out there, and if you don't, you always dwell on the negativity. And you know what puzzles me is that I see some of these people, these negative YouTubers, complaining about things that they have total control over and blaming everybody else like it's like a porcupine. You're pointing at everybody else. Don't be a porcupine. Look inside. Thinking, hey, what am I doing wrong? How come, I'm not getting any views on my YouTube? What am I doing wrong? What am I not? I need to learn to speak better, or what do I need to do? So always get better every day. Be around people that are going to help you get better. They're going to give you constructive criticism. I got friends that we go back and forth. He'll be doing something, and I'll say I'll give him my thoughts and maybe give him some constructive criticism. Maybe they'll do it back to me. I don't care. I want to get better. Maybe I'm in a funk and they can pull me out of it. you're enjoying the ride. But yeah, stay regimented. It's not easy. It's easy to go sit home, get home, sit on the couch and do nothing. You got to move. And use the time that you have during the day. Like I said, on my breaks, I'll go for a walk and shoot a video. I get 2 things accomplished. Get a little bit of exercise and get my YouTube video done. And I did a video the other day on the reasons why you should do it as you get older. You know, you got to do what works for you. I mean, are you doing it for monetary? Are you doing it for, you know, for growth, for a purpose, and sharing your stories with family so they can see it? I mean, that's the bonus, is that my kids and grandkids get to see this when I'm gone, because, you know, and I don't want to be negative. You don't know how much time you got, but you don't want to dwell on it either. You want to try to keep yourself going as long as possible. Go enjoy the fruits of life. The ripe fruits, not the rotten fruits, because there's a lot of rotten fruits now. Enjoy the good fruits of life. Family and a good day's work with a good crew of people, good nutrition, good exercise, fresh air, clean water. You know, get down on your knees and, you know, get in the soil and, you know, get close to nature. Go watch the birds. You know, slow yourself down. Something about riding a motorcycle, you're more focused on, you know, the task at hand, because you got to be all eyes on, all senses open. Like right now, there's a bunch of wood in the road. You know, it's like, yeah, if I hit one of those, that would be probably all she wrote. You got to watch for stuff like that. So, coming up to the salt mines. Yeah, I got a guy I work for that I've been working for a long time that started this, and we started from nothing, 0, grew it to what it is today. It's, you know, market kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We're making the most of it. We're not trying to dwell on to make excuses. Oh, you know, market's no good, so, you know, can't do that. You know, no, we're going to keep trying to reinvent ourselves, trying to get better every day. And that's the goal, to be better. Gotta get out, park on this third space over. And that's another thing about these things. They're so darn light. They're like a bicycle. So forgiving. This thing's a hoot. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative and gave you guys some good thoughts to ponder every day. You know, stop making excuses, stop pointing fingers, stop being a porcupine, start taking better care of yourself. I know it's tough, but, you know, somebody's got to do it. Nobody's going to do it for you. Anyway, peace out. Have a great day.